Peugeot's Partner van is a compact LCV that builds on 2 decades of ruggedness and practicality with the much improved version of this 3rd generation model. The interior now gets extra screen technology, there's a sharper exterior look, and the EV version now goes further. As before, there's a unique i-Cockpit cabin design to set this Peugeot apart from the rival models that share its engineering. Peugeot knows a thing or two about vans, the brand having built well over 2 million LCVs since 1950. This Partner is the company's biggest seller, and as we'll see, the updated version of this 3rd generation model has been revitalised. These days, this compact LCV is the entry point to the brand's strong-selling van range, a nameplate that first arrived in the segment in 1996, with a 2nd generation version introduced in 2008, and the original take on this 3rd generation model launched in 2018 before getting the updates we're looking at here 5 years further on. This model used to only share its design and engineering with Citroen's Berlingo. Now it also shares it with Fiat's Doblo, Vauxhall's Combo and Toyota's ProAce City 2. All rivals that additionally offer the full electric variant that of course this Partner offers as well. We're testing it here. Greater driving range for the e-Partner derivative now built in the UK at Ellesmere Port. Well, that was a key part of this mid-term update. But all Partners get smarter styling and upgraded cabin screen tech. Let's take a closer look. You can find out more about this kind of model by downloading the Car and Driving app. And if you're interested specifically in this Partner, you'll need to stay with us for the industry's most comprehensive review, the Car and Driving Road Test. As before, the engine range is made up of Peugeot's trusty Blue HDI diesel units. These 1.5 litre diesels are offered in 100 or 130 horsepower forms, the latter with the option of EAT8 auto transmission. This Mark III model Partner's EMP2 platform enables short overhangs and a small turning circle for easy manoeuvring. The curb-to-curb turning radius is only 10.82 metres for the standard version and 11.43 metres for the long version. The neat i-Cockpit dashboard design makes this Peugeot feel quite fun to drive too. Its little grippy wheel allowing for wrist flick turns. The key change made to the engineering of this updated model lies with updates made to this e-Partner EV version. This EV model gains a new 52 kilowatt-hour battery pack which energises a 136 horsepower front-mounted motor with 270 newton meters of torque. You start off in the default normal drive mode and the other selectable drive settings are Eco and Power. You'll need the Power mode to unleash the electric motor's full output, though if you drive like that, you will of course get nowhere near the improved battery's enhanced WLTP rated best driving range figure of up to 213 miles. That's around 30 miles further than before. Obviously that'll fall with heavy loads in the back, but you can maximise range with proactive use of the regenerative braking system, which can now be activated at 3 different levels using steering wheel paddles. As usual with EVs, if you do need performance, it's only a right foot jab away. 62 miles an hour from rest occupies 11.7 seconds, but the instant response you get to 30 miles an hour makes this LCV feel quicker than that. Overtakes are easy too. 50 to 75 miles an hour takes 3.9 seconds. There's a very modest maximum of just 82 miles an hour. Whichever drivetrain you decide upon, you'll appreciate the development priority given to the creation of a supple quality of ride. And whichever body shape you choose, this standard length version or the lengthier long variant, you'll find that the driving position is pretty good, with the steeply raked windscreen and low bonnet combining to give great visibility. Couple that with big panoramic door mirrors and the result is a vehicle which you can be confident about driving even in the most congested city streets. As before, a grip control option is available as an extra to increase traction as part of a worksite pack that also includes increased ride height, an underbody protection plate, grippier reinforced tyres and hill start assist. Another useful option fitted to this top variant as part of a dynamic surround view camera package is the flank guards feature, which informs the driver of the proximity of objects to the side of the manoeuvring vehicle by memorizing the data recorded by sensors located in the front and the rear bumpers, combined with the vehicle trajectory. Peugeot's aim here was to make this updated Partner's exterior styling as memorable as its cabin design. Well, it's certainly now a little more noticeable thanks to an updated front end with a revised radiator grille featuring the latest brand shield at its centre. 3 flecks flow out towards this central logo from each of the smarter headlamps, which feature the company's usual 3-claw light signature and are upgraded with eco LED beams. These fog lamps come with top spec trim. As before, there's a choice of 2 body styles, but still no high roof option. This 4.4 metre standard version or a 4.75 metre long variant that sits on its own distinct lengthier wheelbase. Now both sit on the usual Stellantis Group EMP2 platform. This top asphalt version comes with black finishing for the door mirrors, the door handles and the substantial side rubbing strips, as well as full covers for the 16-inch steel wheels. At the rear, as usual with an LCV, the tail lamp design is vertical and linear to maximise the opening aperture of doors that feature integrated hidden hinges designed to provide greater security against theft. Spaced out Peugeot lettering now adorns the left door, and this top asphalt trim level is recognisable by this painted bumper. Hidden in this overhead stoplight unit is the lens for the VisioPart 180-degree surround view camera system. The key changes made though to this updated Partner lie inside at the wheel. Let's take a look. Now, if you happen to be familiar with this 3rd generation Partner, the main change that you'll notice once inside plusher variants is the addition of a larger 10-inch HD i-Connect central screen, accompanied by a digital instrument cluster of the same size. As before, the cabin sets itself apart from similarly designed rivals with an unusual i-Cockpit design that sees you looking at the little instrument cluster above the steering wheel rather than more conventionally through its spokes. Let's tell you a little more about this instrument display. Pressing this button by your right knee varies what you see flanking the central speed, gear selection and prevailing speed limit readout. On the left, either battery percentage or an energy flow meter, and on the right a power meter or trip data, or you can choose to have the central drive info flanked by nothing at all. If navigation's been fitted, as we've got here, the left side of the screen can show guidance directions too, saving you the need to look away to the middle monitor. There's also been a big step forward in infotainment with the installation of this larger 10-inch central screen. Now, this central monitor uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon cockpit platform that integrates AI for the very first time. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and voice control, well, they're all included, and there's navigation too with this top spec version. This monitor has 2 shortcut physical buttons and various home screens, here starting with one prioritising nav setting, phone and media. On nav-equipped models, you can swipe left for full GPS mapping, or swipe left again for another home screen full of icon widget boxes, including the usual Stellantis screen applications drawer, which is where the full energy section sits. And you can also access 11 different games, along with an e-coaching section for driving tips and a My Peugeot section that briefs you on the My Peugeot app. There's a climate section too, though thankfully the main climate functions are still controlled by a row of physical buttons below this monitor. Base spec Partners do without this central screen, but get a redesigned smartphone station instead, allowing you to control the infotainment screen using your handset. There's no lack of storage space in the cab. 16 stowage points according to Peugeot, these including a 15-litre area in the centre console with twin USB-C ports nearby. You also get a large glove box just above a shallow ledge that sits above an open lower stowage area. There's additionally an overhead shelf, a long shallow lidded box ahead of the instrument binnacle and a recessed area behind the central screen. There's a coin slot to cover the area for the grip control dial if you haven't specified it, and you get a cup holder at either end of the dash top, plus decent door bins and ticket clips in the sun visors, along with a concealed storage area below the middle seat, plus Peugeot provides 2 coat hooks on the bulkhead. Avoid base trim, and there's a Moduwork load-through hatch allowing long items to be pushed through from the cargo bay. As expected, it's all very car-like, and ahead of you there's a redesigned steering wheel which now includes gloss black paddle shifters for brake regen and can now be heated. As before, it adjusts for both reach and rake. You sit very comfortably with height and lumbar adjustment as well as a built-in armrest. And there's now the option of this useful digital rearview mirror. This is a place to do business and scout for business, which you'll be able to do more easily with your laptop if you pull on this blue tab and fold out the centre part of the middle seat backrest, which creates a swivelling work surface. This feature another thing that's standard above base trim. The revised version of this Mark III model partner van is priced very similarly to its predecessor, which at the time of our test in summer 2025 meant that most combustion variants were pricing in the £23,000 to £28,500 bracket, that's excluding VAT, across the 2 body sizes, this standard length version and long. Now, as we filmed in summer 2025, this e-Partner full EV model costs from around £27,000 excluding VAT, once the £2,500 government plug-in grant had been deducted from the asking price. As you'd expect in this class, with both drivetrains, a crew van body style is also available with a fold-out second row bench. The sliding door on the left side is standard with this standard length body shape, while twin sliding side doors are standard with the lengthier long version. At the back, the unglazed asymmetric rear doors open to 180 degrees. Peugeot offers 3 partner van trim levels: Professional, Professional Plus and, as in this case, Asphalt. All partners get auto eco LED headlights with high beam assist, rear parking sensors, cruise control with a programmable speed limiter, remote control central locking that comes with deadlocks. There's a 6-way adjustable driver's seat complete with lumbar adjustment. You get an overhead storage shelf in the cabin. There's air conditioning, a vinyl load floor covering and a 2-position movable ladder frame bulkhead. It's probably worth stretching to mid-range Professional Plus trim because this also includes the useful Moduwork opening bulkhead, along with a 10-inch digital instrument cluster and a 10-inch i-Connect HD central infotainment screen with Wi-Fi instead of just a central smartphone station. Now, this top Asphalt variant also adds front fog lights, full wheel trims, a security alarm system, rain-sensitive wipers, a PVC cabin floor covering, and for the centre screen, navigation, voice control, 4G connectivity, a digital rear view mirror, front parking sensors, and a VisioPart 180-degree surround view camera system with flank guard detection. Key options include the full-size spare wheel we have here, which also comes included as part of an optional worksite pack, which also includes increased ground clearance, grippier reinforced tyres, an underbody protection plate, and a grip controlled traction system with hill descent assist. Now, we'd want to consider the cargo pack, which for the load bay adds 4 storage rings, LED reinforced lighting and a 12-volt socket. Adding the optional wood floor to the cargo area, well, that might be worth doing too. And if you stuck with base spec, pay the £450 extra Peugeot wants for the Moduwork modular bulkhead. Bear in mind that with any partner, unless you choose the only standard colour, that's solid ice white, you'll be paying your Peugeot dealer more for paint colour. We've got Cumulus Grey Metallic here. You can add 16-inch alloy wheels to this asphalt version too. If you want to charge this electric model via a 3-phase supply, you'll have to pay £350 extra for an 11 kilowatt bi-directional 3-phase onboard charger. With this EV, you can also add a useful ePTO 400 volt plug-in electric socket, allowing you to power external devices like lights and power tools from the drive battery. Plus, EV buyers get offered an optional winter pack, which includes a leather heated steering wheel, a heat pump, and an automatic air conditioning system. Across the range, there's plenty of safety kit, including airbags for the driver and front passenger, lane keeping assist, an automatic braking system, blind spot alert, high beam assist, and an excessive speed warning system. Plus, there's driver attention alert and tyre pressure monitoring. Now, if you want more and have chosen either the diesel auto or this EV, an optional drive assist pack adds lane positioning assist, extended traffic sign recognition, an upgraded advanced emergency braking system, and highway integrated assist with adaptive cruise control. So let's take a look in the cargo area. The twin rear doors, well, they open wide, and you can extend them out further by releasing these little yellow stays. As usual with an electric van, there's no capacity downside in opting for this EV version. This little LCV's load volume is up to 3.3 cubic metres in this short wheelbase standard length form, and even with this version there's easily enough room to slide in the usual Euro pallet. The useful moduwork load through hatch that's standard above base trim increases capacity to 3.8 cubic metres. For the lengthier, long version, the capacity figure is 3.9 cubic metres, extendable to up to 4.4 cubic metres with the load through hatch in use. Now, with this standard length model, there's up to 1,200 millimetres of load area height. It's up to 1,270 millimetres with the long version, and up to 1,229 millimetres between the wheel arches. Load length with this short wheelbase standard length version is up to 1,817 millimetres or 3,090 millimetres with the load through hatch in use. For the long wheelbase long variant, the respective load length figures are 2,167 millimetres and 3,440 millimetres. The load width is 1,630 millimetres or 1,527 millimetres with the twin side doors fitted. The crew van version can take up to 4 cubic metres with the second row bench folded, or 1.8 cubic metres with that bench in place. Payload figures for the standard diesel panel van vary between 840 and 984 kilograms for the diesel version. Payload figures for this i-Partner standard panel van are rated at between 642 and 759 kilograms. Brake towing capacity is 900 kilograms to 1,050 kilograms for the diesel. Brakes towing capacity is 750 kilograms for this i-Partner. With the lengthier long model, you get a sliding door on each side. Each sliding door offers an aperture of up to 675 millimeters wide and 1,072 millimeters tall. As for cargo bay practicalities, well, there's a light in the top right corner at the back and plenty of silver floor tie downs, 6 in this standard length model, with the option of LED cargo area illumination and a 12-volt socket. The wheel arches aren't as intrusive to the load area as with some other small vans, but you'll still want to get them covered to prevent scratches and scrapes. With this electric version, as usual with an EV van, there's nowhere for the charging leads bag to go. With this EV, we'd want to specify Peugeot's optional ePTO, that's electric power takeoff system, which will allow you to power external devices like power tools or lights from your i-Partner's drive battery. Right, and running costs. Well, here there's little for operators to worry about. Returns from the Blue HDI diesel engine are competitive. For the 100 PS manual model, combined cycle fuel economy is rated at up to 54.4 mpg with CO2 emissions at up to 136 grams per kilometre. For the 130 PS auto variant, it's up to 51.9 mpg and up to 143 grams per kilometre. Now, as we told you in our driving section, this electric model is now rated at up to 213 miles on a charge, though that figure will take a significant drop in really cold winter temperatures. The centre screen has an e-coaching section which gives you tips split into different categories, or a daily tip each day, but most of these are pretty blindingly obvious, like smooth acceleration limits the energy consumption. This EV model's powertrain supports up to 100 kilowatt rapid DC charging with an 80% recharge taking 30 minutes, while a full charge from a 7.4 kilowatt single phase AC wall box takes 7.5 hours thanks to the 7.4 kilowatt onboard charger. Customers with access to three-phase power can specify an optional 11 kilowatt onboard charger that will charge the e-Partner in 5 hours, 4 minutes when using a wall box that also supports this faster AC home charging solution. If you're charging from a domestic 3-pin plug, a full charge will take a yawning 31 hours 10 minutes. You can set charging times via the My Peugeot app or via the centre screen's dedicated energy section, which also has an energy flow monitor and a statistics section that shows miles per kilowatt hour efficiency over the last 30, 60 or 120 miles. You'll also need to know that Peugeot includes a 3-year 60,000 mile warranty as standard, which is way off the up to 10-year package that you could have on the mechanically identical Toyota ProAce City version of this same design. A year's free breakdown cover is provided by Peugeot along with a 6-year anti-corrosion guarantee. With this e-Partner, the battery is guaranteed to 70% of capacity for up to 8 years or 100,000 miles. Service intervals are every 2 years or 25,000 miles, depending on which comes round sooner, and you can opt for a service plan that lets you pay monthly to spread the cost of regular work to your van. Peugeot's Mark III model Partner van has become cleverer and more sophisticated while still retaining the practicality that has made it an LCV favourite. The French brand has obviously put plenty of thought into the design of this enhanced Partner, and it's backed up the high-tech stuff with slick features intended to make the working day that little bit more straightforward, many of which are packaged up in the ModuWork modular seating system. That's a must-have feature on this LCV, we reckon. You also get very class competitive payload and carriage capacity figures, along with a comfortable ride and a wide choice of factory-built models. It all adds up to a strong business proposition. Overall then, what are we looking at? A sensible business partner? Well, that's one way of putting it. You might, though, prefer to simply see this model in the way many owners do, as their right-hand van.